And our top three were a 2-year-old baby, a girl in a wig, and then a guy that actually looked like Jeremy. So you can imagine it went pretty quick.
Oh, yeah, that went very quick.
Yap, yap, yelling at pigeons. Yap, yap, nobody listens. Yap, yap, screaming my vision. Yap, yap, yelling at pigeons.
Welcome back to another episode of Yelling at Pigeons. I believe it's episode 18. He's Luke Schultz. I'm Caleb Crane. And Luke, I love John Krasinski, but Glenn Powell not being voted sexiest man alive is insane.
Pretty wild. Apparently there was, I'm glad you brought this up because I heard that there were rumors a few months ago that an actor that felt like they were losing steam was paying them to win it.
Dang.
Which could kind of fit that.
Yeah, it fits the vibe.
A little bit, but I would like to think he wouldn't do that, but I also would like to think a lot of things about a lot of famous people that end up being... Not that that makes him a bad person, but it would make it like, oh, dang, why would he do that?
You're still a big Diddy guy, so that makes sense for you.
You done?
Yeah. But yeah,
no,
I was just shocked because it's usually someone who's like, I feel like, I guess sometimes it's not someone who's popular at the moment, but because sometimes it is just a random.
In a sense, yeah, like it was a GPS. It was a Glenn Powell summer.
It's a Glenn Powell summer. It's a GPY. It's a Glenn Powell year.
It's a Glenn Powell year.
It might be a GPL. Glenn Powell life.
It might be a GPW, and we're just
living in it.
We're just LII. living in it.
Well, that's LI. Oh,
LII.
Yeah.
We're just living in it.
But yeah, that's really all I had on that. I was just kind of upset not really upset, but was shocked that it was John Krasinski because he hasn't been in the spotlight. So I guess that does make sense if he was paying them.
Yeah. Unfortunate if that's how he won it. Also, unfortunate for him if that's not how he won it and that's just a rumor going around. It's like, yeah, I won Sexiest Man one time. It's like, yeah, but everyone knows you paid for it. It's like, yeah, I didn't, but I can't prove that.
Everyone knows you paid for it.
Yeah. That would suck. I saw a thing about Glenn Powell was filming a movie. I think it's called Running Man.
Okay.
And they were like first shots of the set of Glenn Powell's Running Man remake. And it was like him running. And someone was like, dang, yeah, he is.
That man is running. That was funny.
Like, yeah, he's doing a good job.
He's running, man.
He is running.
That's awesome. Was he hitting the running man or was he running?
No, he was just a man that was running. A man that is apparently not the sexiest man alive 2024, but still a man at that.
Speaking of handsome actors, have you seen like the lookalike contests that have been going on, like the Timothy Chalamet and the
there's been a bunch of them.
Jeremy Allen White.
Yeah.
What if we just were like next time I was in town, we're like, all right, Great Marsh Park, we're gonna do a Zac Efron lookalike contest, and then just you showed up, and you're like, yeah, I won the Zac Efron.
If I'm the only contestant.
yeah. You know,
undisputed. Some would even say I could be the undisputed Zac Efron lookalike.
Yeah, it'd just be. I just thought that'd be so funny. Like
I would say, prime Zac Efron lookalike contest.
But yeah, I thought that would be so funny. To be like, oh yeah, well I did win it, and you can't tell me otherwise because I have the trophy.
Maybe even, yeah, I was gonna say, or a certificate or something.
Yeah, we can make certificates, and we can just do like a bunch of them, and we just be like, oh yeah, we look like all of these people. Wasn't there another? It was a Zayn Malik one in New York.
The ones I'm aware of were Timothy Chalamet, Harry Styles, Zayn Malik. I think that's the only three I know
of. There was a Jeremy
and then I've seen
Allen
the memes where people are, and the Jeremy Allen White.
Yeah,
I've seen the memes where people are like, lookalike contest in my room, $50 prize. And it was like, the one was like Molly McGrath, like the sideline reporter for college football. Like Molly McGrath lookalike contest in my apartment, $50 reward.
I have a friend who she lives in Chicago, and she went to the Jeremy Allen White lookalike contest just to be a.
Does she look like him?
No, but she was just a viewer.
Okay.
But I saw like she posted it on her TikTok, and I was like really close to texting. Like I didn't like pay attention to who posted it, but I almost sent it to her. I was like, "This is something you would totally do." And then I looked at who posted the TikTok, and it was her.
That's funny. Did she like? Did you hear from her how that went? Like, who votes? Do they just cheer for who looks more? Is there a ballot system?
I should text her. Let me see. Should I call her? I'm not close enough to call her, so I'm not going to do that. But I will text her. And
did they have
see.
did they have like an empty jar of cheese puffs and everyone writes the name and puts it in there and then they count it all? That would actually be a really hard way to count. Then you have to sort it all out.
You have to sort it all out, and then you have
to just have little boxes, one for each. That would be way easier.
We should do it or you put $1 in each, and then the winner gets
the prize.
The prize,
all of it, though.
Yeah. And so you can put as many dollars as you want based on however many votes. This sounds like a really good idea that we should do. We should do a Caleb Crane lookalike contest. And if
the voters are football coaches, I'd probably win.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Every football.
And if we did a Luke Schultz one, you would probably win.
Yeah, we get all of our football coaches. We'll stand us next to each other and go, all right, which one of us is which?
Yeah, which one's which?
And they have to write on a piece of paper one of our names, or we just have papers that have each of our names, and they just put it in each box.
Have one of us simulate making a tackle, and then be like, who made that tackle? Quiz. Luke or Caleb.
We also could put probably like get jerseys on that have our last names on them, and even then,
to make it easier, they'd still be wrong.
There were times that like for like the first week of practice, everybody has their name on their helmet, and they still wouldn't. They would
look you dead in the eyes and be like, "Good job, Caleb. Good job, Luke."
We don't look that much alike.
I would argue we don't look at all alike.
At all. Like I'm much taller than you.
Yeah. That's what it is. But I guess it's just I don't know. They just associate us with each other.
Yeah,
which is crazy,
and that's even crazy because like they didn't know that our entire lives we've been friends because they just
like up. Some of them might have. Yeah, but some of the coaches like I knew them from coaching me at football, and they still would do that. So I don't know how that works at all. Yeah,
that's true. But anyway.
While you're waiting for a response on that, I have a question that has been puzzling me for, I would say about a week now, since like a day or two after we recorded last. So how do I want to phrase this? I think I may have found a good deed that would actually be a felony.
Okay.
Hear me out. I was in Easton, and they're remodeling the bank, the old bank. They're turning into a funeral home, and these guys were repurposing the copper, like pipes on the outside, like the gutters and stuff.
Okay.
And it looked great. Like it's all green. So you know how copper gets when it ages, turns green. Yeah. And it's like super green and old. And they're repurposing.
I for sure know the color of things.
Yeah, Caleb. One thing about Caleb, he knows color, especially green. But yeah, they were repurposing it with this like special whatever, and it looked great. It looked like brand new copper, right? And it had me thinking, what if I just started like refinishing the Statue of Liberty?
Ooh.
What if I cleaned the Statue of Liberty? Would I get arrested and charged with a felony for vandalism?
That's a good
because
question.
It's become so marketable as being green. Like I even have in my notes here, would I go to jail if I clean the Statue of Liberty? And I have the Statue of Liberty emoji, which is even green. But the Statue of Liberty is not supposed to be green. That's because it's dirty.
Yeah. What color is it now? Is it like brown?
Statue of Liberty?
Yeah. I don't really know. Like I couldn't tell you.
Wow, this is crazy. I never actually thought about this, Caleb. For those of you who don't know, Caleb is colorblind, so he doesn't know that the rest of us know that the Statue of Liberty is red.
Oh, you're
for
not,
the United States.
I know that's not real.
No, the Statue of Liberty is it's like teal. It's the same color as the New York Liberty uniforms. You're a big WNBA guy.
Yeah, and comparing something to another color does not help me.
It does. It looks like this.
Oh.
It looks like that. Number
Yeah.
one women's basketball podcast.
Yeah.
But yeah, and I don't know, it just had me wondering, like, I feel like they would arrest me and charge me with like a federal crime because it's like Statue of Liberty is such a huge monument for our country. But in
Yeah.
reality, I'd be doing a nice thing. I would be cleaning.
It would make it look good. That's
I think they should do it. Like, what if we woke up one day at overnight? No one would see it either because in New York, one thing everyone knows about New York, they sleep.
They sleep.
So no one would know. They would do it. The city that sleeps.
It's the city that always sleeps.
Yeah, the city that always sleeps. And
because everybody knows
do it
that
overnight.
Seattle's the city that they're sleepless in.
Yeah, sleepless in Seattle. Yep. And then they'll clean it while everyone's sleeping, and everyone will wake up and think we got a new Statue of Liberty, but it's actually the same one.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
I can see
but
it.
no, I do. I think with you being in New York, you should go test that theory. Buy some copper refinisher.
Just
and
start cleaning it.
Rubbing down the Statue of Liberty. And see what they do.
Oh man, I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe we'll.
Maybe you might even get a little lawsuit.
Peace prize. Oh
yeah. I mean, I'm not suggesting you should trick the state of New York into having to pay you a lawsuit. That would be wrong. For legal reasons. But if someone out there wanted to do that, you could probably do that, and then they arrest you for vandalizing it, and you're like, actually, I was cleaning it, so that was a wrongful arrest.
Wrongful arrest. There's another thing that I wanted to talk about before we got into some Thanksgiving things.
Okay, yeah, I have a couple more questions for you too. So,
have you seen the new podcast that has started recently?
I saw a trailer for one that's about to start.
Oh,
that I'm weirdly kind of excited about, but I'm not going to watch it because I don't have time.
Okay. The Talking Talk Tua podcast.
Yeah, Talking Talk Tua.
Those guys.
It's a podcast about the Talk Tua podcast.
Yeah, those guys are so smart. I wish we would have thought about that because they have just like gone through the roof right now. Like because people will just go on there and listen to them.
What if we make Talking Talk Tua? Talking Talk Tua.
Talking Talk Tua would be. My friend can come on in 5. Should I just send her the link?
Sure.
I can just call her.
I mean, it's up to her. Like, it's very quick.
Yeah.
She'll be in and out very quick. I just want to know how they vote.
Yeah.
That's all. So it'll take 2 seconds. But yeah, Talking Talk Tua. I feel like that has legs.
Yeah, maybe we just name this episode Talking Talk Tua so we can get clicks.
See if we get clicks for it.
Because all we care about is the clicks. But just get us more traction. But yeah, I told her to call me. She said she can in 5, so she'll call me when she can. And she won't be able to hear you, but I can.
That's fine.
Get all the answers or all the questions you have. Speaking
of why didn't we think of that? That kind of relates to the podcast I said is about to start that I don't have time for. I think if you guessed would this be a podcast I would like, most people would guess I would say no. But it's probably my favorite person from that family, but I guess apparently Kylie Kelsey is starting a podcast.
Oh, I did see that.
And one of the names she was considering was To Be Fair, which I don't know if you remember. I say that all the time, and I had that in my notes as a podcast name when we were trying to think of names. Yeah. So that was one of the names she considered. So basically, Kylie Kelsey come on the show because we have the same brain. Like, us 3 all considered To Be Fair and then named it something else.
That's true.
So that's basically the same brain.
Or yeah.
But she is my favorite from the whole Kelsey lore.
Yeah, she's hilarious.
Yeah.
Okay, so we love Taylor Swift. We have to say that. I saw a Swiftie.
No, we don't have to say that. We want to.
We want to. Yeah, we want to. Well, we have to get it out there because we don't want people to come at us. But we also want to because we do like her. I saw a tweet from a Swiftie that said, "Oh, Kylie Kelsey is starting a podcast. Taylor has the chance to do the funniest thing," which again, we never know what the funniest thing is.
We never know what it is.
But like, if she's saying that because like Kylie and Taylor aren't enemies, are they?
Not to my knowledge.
So like for her to be like, oh, like now
I think there's been maybe some clips of Kylie having kind of that like maybe not literally rolling her eyes, but that eye rolling energy of like,
Yeah.
this is all too much. But I don't think it's like a personal thing. I think it's
I think
the entire encompassing.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. But for that to be the funniest
Issue.
thing for Taylor Swift to start a podcast,
It would not be the funniest thing.
because her boyfriend's brother's wife is starting a podcast, is insane. Like that
That
like,
would be
why-
kind of funny.
It would be funny, but like it's not like why it's not like they're in competition. Not like
It wouldn't be
not like-
funny in the way that person is suggesting. It would be funny in a like, why are you doing that?
Yeah, it
type
would be
of way.
like, if they were like, oh, Travis's ex-girlfriend is starting a podcast, Taylor has a chance to do the funniest thing. That would be funny. But like for her to be like, oh, Taylor needs to take viewers from Kylie because of this, that's insane.
Yeah, from her literal, if everything goes right for her future sister-in-law.
Yeah.
I'm not going to let her get clicks.
Yeah.
Watch this.
Also, congrats to the Kelseys they have another child on the way. I saw a TikTok about that.
Yep.
Oh, we're getting a phone call.
Okay. I want to know how the voting works.
Hello, Emily. You are live on Yelling at Pigeons.
First time caller, huge fan.
Yeah, so we just had some questions about the Jeremy Allen White lookalike contest. I meant to text you about this, but when you posted your TikTok about it, I had it ready to send to you to be like, wow, this is something you would do. And then I realized it was your Chicago account.
That'll do it.
Yeah, so it would have been really funny if I would have sent that to you.
Yeah, that'll do it.
But we just had some questions. Like how many people were there is my first question. Like how many Jeremy Allen Whites were there?
Okay, so first of all, too many pulled up.
Of course.
We were thinking, maybe like 10, 12. There were about like 60 participants, 60 Jeremys on the loose. And I think a lot of them were people that maybe were Jeremy Allen White for like Halloween, and they got a compliment on her costume. And they were like, oh, I should go enter this contest. Because I think maybe 3 actually looked like him.
Classic. Yeah.
3 out of 60.
That was my next question, was how many actually looked like him. And you answered it right away. And yeah. I think the big pressing question is, how was the voting done?
Okay, so we pull up and we're on a hill. That was the location of this contest. They go, meet on Big Hill. So I pull up to Big Hill.
Is that like an actual location, or was it just a big hill?
Yeah.
They were like, come to this park. We're doing it on Big Hill. And my friend and I were like, okay, that hill over there looks kind of big. Sure enough, there's all the Jeremys, and they had them stand in a line and go down one by one, and they all waved. I think a bunch of them just entered it as like an excuse to like smoke a cigarette in front of people. And we went down, and I guess we all like clapped for how much we thought they looked like Jeremy. So they all go on and on. Like it got old pretty quick. And then there were apparently judges there.
Oh.
And the judges were like, okay, we've narrowed it down to our top 3. And our top 3 were a 2-year-old baby, a girl in a wig, and then a guy that actually looks like Jeremy. So you can imagine it went pretty quick.
Oh, yeah, that went very quick.
The
I really
contest
hope the baby won.
maybe 15 minutes total. And then afterwards, the guy that won,
not the baby.
all of a sudden, he's having an impromptu
Let's
meet
go.
and greet. And people, and by people, I mean me, were lining up to get a selfie with this dude named Ben, who just looks like Jeremy Allen White.
That's awesome.
It was the randomest thing ever. And I was like, do I text this in my family group chat? Like, are they going to get this? Like, oh, I met this guy named Ben today.
I'm really upset the baby didn't win.
Luke says he's upset the baby didn't win.
The baby did get a good amount of claps.
Did the baby smoke a cigarette?
So there was a clapping aspect to the voting?
I mean, that's probably why it lost.
Yes, there was a clapping aspect.
Okay.
There was a guy, I can send you the video, but there was this guy who showed up 15 minutes late, and literally by 1:15, like we had already crowned the winner. But this guy pulls up and he kind of looked like Jeremy. And he was pissed. He was in the crowd smoking a cigarette, like pissed off. He's like, dude, I was wrong. I was late by 15 minutes. That was super funny. He went super viral.
Well, if he wanted to win, Jeremy Allen White, if we're talking the Bear, he would not be late.
Yeah, Jeremy is pretty vocal and he's pretty known for being punctual, so that was on him.
Yeah, so it's not just a lookalike; it's also a personality.
No, I actually disagree. It's not a Jeremy Allen White act-alike contest.
Didn't have social media prior to this, and he got an Instagram like that day, and he is now doing like he went to the Sky Deck on like the Sears Tower in Chicago. Like he's booking a bunch of shit now, and he is under like a talent agency now. Like there's a talent agency in his Instagram bio, and it's just so fun. Like this dude's eating up his 10 minutes of fame. He was on like the morning news. He was interviewed by like BBC Radio.
That's crazy. So what you're saying is me and Luke need to find like a Zac Efron lookalike contest so that we can enter.
No, like exactly.
And then when one of us wins, we will have a talent agent, and our podcast will
your
go.
Job.
Yeah, that's awesome. If you want to send like a couple pictures and a video,
it does kind of look like
we'll put it in the podcast.
Hey, look, my people will be in touch with your people,
and we'll add a featuring Emily Smith to this title.
Yeah, that's actually kind of the least you could do.
Yeah, but. Well, thank you for calling in. We appreciate that, and we'll be in contact about future shows.
Yeah. Hey, thank you so much.
Bye.
Bye.
Yeah.
So this guy does kind of look like him.
That's
pretty
awesome.
crazy. He wore the whole costume.
Yeah, I saw
pull it up so I
saw a picture on her Instagram, and I was like, "Wait, that might be him," and then it wasn't. But yeah, lookalike contests are awesome. I don't even know how these started. Was the Timothée Chalamet one the first one? And
I think that was the first one I was aware of.
And then he showed up to it, so probably people were like, "Oh, we want to meet this famous actor, or singer or something. So let's keep doing this until." Wait, that guy looks.
I mean, he looks like Jeremy Allen White.
Wait, is my friend Emily in this picture?
That would be very funny. Oh, I mean, look at this guy. He clearly entered. Looks nothing like him.
Yeah, that's just a guy with brown hair and an apron.
They didn't look like him at all.
Yeah, zoom in a little bit on the crowd. Yeah, I can't really tell. I can't really.
That guy does look like Jeremy Allen White.
He does.
I'll give him that.
The crown is awesome. And
I mean, I do think the uniform is doing a lot of work.
Yeah.
Helping him look like him, but he does favor him.
Yeah, for sure.
He definitely favors him.
Definitely deserved to win of the other Jeremy Allen Whites, which is one that I saw there.
Yeah, for sure. I had another question for you. So I was driving, as one does, and I saw, those bumper stickers? You might not see as many of them in New York, but they're all over here. But they'll say, if this flag offends you, I'll help you pack.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? Has anyone ever, called their bluff before? What if someone's like, it does, really I'm actually moving, and I really need help moving. Could you help me out?
I really need help. I can't.
Really fun.
I spent all of my money on a new house and a plane ticket or whatever, and I can't pay for a mover, so help me pack. That'll be awesome.
Yeah. Or they have the U-Haul, but they don't know how they're going to load their couch and stuff.
Yeah.
And they're behind them, and they're beeping at them, flagging them down. And then they're like, I saw your sticker. You're a lifesaver because I need help loading up this so bad. So hop in. Let's go.
Yeah, that would be hilarious. You gotta call someone's bluff on something like that.
Yeah. Once in a while. Just call somebody's bluff on just anything, basically.
Yeah.
Another note that I had in here was that I was at Wawa recently. No shade to Wawa. I'll delete this if they want to sponsor. And I got me a drink, want to go get me a cold pop. And not from the fountain. I needed something, from the fridge.
Yeah.
And I've realized chain gas stations don't sell cold drinks anymore. You think they're cold.
Like
You
their
think
gas,
they're cold,
like
but
their
they're fooling you.
refrigerators not that cold, or they just.
Their fridges are not that cold. They're chilled.
I think I recognized that recently when I like opened a fridge and was like,
Yeah,
this
I just recently, back in the day, remember when you were a kid? Like, remember we would take our bikes and we would go down to Sandy Hill and you crack open the thing on a hot day and you just feel like
yeah, you
the
can
cold air.
You can feel
That
the
doesn't
sweat
exist
stopping.
Doesn't exist anymore. You open that fridge and it's just like, oh, it's a little bit chilly in here, and you grab a drink
Yeah,
and it's not warm,
yeah. Do you think
and that's a shame.
Do you think that's just based on it being cold outside, so it doesn't feel as cold, or do you think?
No, because that would mean that I'm stupid, which
Well.
I am. But in this case, no.
Okay.
No, I really don't, though. I was, like, really feeling this drink, and I'm like, this is not that cold.
Yeah.
It's
Like
chill.
you used to like touch the drink, and when you would take your hand off of it, there would be like the fog on the outside of the bottle.
It's not really happening anymore.
Interesting. Maybe we should do a science experiment with it. I don't
We
know
should.
how, but because again, not that smart. But
Yeah,
if
we
anybody
should, 'cause
listening
they're not
wants
that
to help
cold.
us do a science experiment, maybe we take some thermometers to gas stations and try to
Go
figure out.
test the temperature
Test the
right
temperature.
away.
Just like that guy with the Chick-fil-A spoons.
Yeah, no, the
Or-
Chipotle
Chipotle, not
spoons.
Chick-fil-A.
Insane.
Chipotle.
That guy was a hero and a villain at the same time. But lastly, before we get into whatever you have, because this is all I got, I meant to mention this last week and forgot, but I finished the Aaron Hernandez show.
Ooh, I did not finish it.
You're planning on finishing it, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't think this is a spoiler because I think you know how it ends.
Okay.
I mean, you lived it. Like, we saw it on the news. You know how it
Alright.
ends.
All right. Do
Right.
you want to tell me?
He meets Big Susan. And
Are you telling me
What?
you telling me he died?
he did. Aaron Hernandez did pass away.
Dude,
I
that's
don't know
my
what the plan
favorite
is for season
character
2.
of one of my
Yeah,
favorite shows.
The main character. They killed off the main character, bro.
They killed him. Well,
in season 1.
they
Well,
killed him. He killed him.
The show. He's not going to be on the show anymore. But
That's a bummer.
the craziest thing, bro, about this last episode, and I don't mean to sound insensitive because I know CTE is a very serious thing, and
Yeah.
I'm glad that they research it, right? Did you know that they use a lunch meat slicer on the brains? Did you know they were out here slicing up hams in the autopsy room?
No, but I have just thought about. I just thought about a sketch.
I was
Where-
shocked
where
when
a
they showed this
doctor-
scene.
Where a doctor
just-
accidentally.
Shush. And it's just brain. It
How
was
does that-
crazy.
How does that check it? Do you see like
Well, then they check it with their little fancy gadgets. But they got to get these layers so they can see the different parts of,
the brain?
like, it makes a lot of sense. Very smart. I'm not saying, I need to be very clear here.
a grilled.
It's not a tool. It's not a tool that's similar to a meat slicer. It is a meat slicer, like you see in a deli,
like the one they have
at least in the
like,
TV show.
in the back of Arby's.
Yeah, or like a local deli, you go and want a sandwich.
Yeah.
It is, again, not similar to that, not inspired by that. It is the same.
Grilled. Nice.
So we need
grilled.
we need to get a CTE expert on here to tell us if that is true, or if
Antonio
the
Brown, come on the show.
God. We need to know if that's true or if they just use that in the show because that is insane.
Yeah, that's
My jaw
crazy.
dropped. I was like, "What?
Well,
What are they doing?"
We have said that this is like one of the funniest shows that we've ever seen. So it might be.
Yeah,
But-
unintentionally very funny.
You get
Show.
a phone call or an alarm?
No, it was an alarm. I'm one of these people. I don't know how you are with your alarms. I set 1,000 alarms. And
I said a couple, 2 or 3.
yesterday I took a nap,
Yes.
and I don't just set an alarm for like, oh, let me go in here and set an alarm for 5:00. I have an alarm starting at like 12, like basically midnight. And then I have every option. I'm just scrolling through it. And they're all set. They're all set for every single day. And none of them are on unless I need them. So then I just scroll. And I was taking a nap and I was like, I don't want to sleep past 5. I slept past 5. And I went in there and turned on the 5 o'clock alarm and it's set for every day.
Yeah.
So it just went off here on Wednesday at 5 o'clock.
If I'm taking a nap, I'll go
Tuesday.
and set an alarm. If I'm like, say I'm falling, I want to fall asleep around like 4. I'll set an alarm for 5, but then I'll also set an alarm for 5:15 and 5:30. Just so
in the case of a nap, I was expecting to be like, yeah, let's go 5 o'clock, we're good. I didn't. In the morning, I have a million. I have millions of alarms.
If I have to be up for work, if I have to be at work at 8, I'll set one for like 6:45 to 7:30, and every 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Just in case, because like maybe I wake up at 6:45 and I feel great, and I'm ready to roll. I'll turn the other ones off. But sometimes I wake up at 6:45 and roll over, and then I wake up at 7 and I'm still tired, and then I wake up at
every day
7:15, still tired. Wake up at 7:30, still a little tired. I might bump one to 7:45 because I live really close to work, so I can just jump up and go.
Yeah, I do that every day. People are like, "Oh, well, why don't you just hit snooze?" What if I don't?
Yeah, what if I
miss the snooze button or like accidentally hit stop instead of snooze? Then I'm just gonna sleep till noon.
Yeah,
I have to have something scheduled to go so that it'll wake me up, and then I'm still late like every day. But I do have something else that I did not have in my notes, but I just remembered is a thing, and I'm trying to find a good picture for you so that you can see what I'm talking about. This is probably not ideal, but it's better than nothing, and it's better than a podcast where I'm just talking about what I'm going to show you instead of actually showing. So, pull this up. We have you played Forza, right?
I did, yeah.
You like Forza?
It was all right.
No, I'm kidding. Yeah, I think we both have played it before. Check this out. They have Halo content on Forza.
Whoa. Are we
they have this whole,
are we getting Warthogs?
Here's the thing. Warthogs. Bam. Forza Warthogs.
That's awesome. Are they fast? They got
probably.
That's awesome.
But yeah, I thought that was pretty sick.
Yeah, they're both made by Microsoft, so it makes sense. I think the Xbox 360 we got came with Forza. Obviously not downloaded onto it because that was when we were a proper country and you could just put discs in and didn't have to download everything.
Yeah. And but yeah, they have a whole like Valhalla map, like racetrack.
That's awesome.
Looks pretty sweet. It might make me get back into Forza.
Yeah, I do. I do like Forza, so I might have to run some.
Yeah.
When does that come out?
I love driving cars on video games that aren't about driving cars.
Yeah, you do.
So that's like my thing. So this is like worlds colliding.
Yeah, you're driving a car where from a game on a game. And
yeah. I'm the dude playing the dude dressed as another dude. But no, it's gonna be lit. Driving a car from a game where you're not supposed to drive. Well, you're not. It's not about driving cars, but I'm driving that car in a game that is specifically and only about driving cars.
Yeah,
mind blown. Right there.
Mind blown. It's your two worlds collide. You said, it's everything you've ever wanted in life. Potentially.
Yeah.
Did you find a tier list or a Thanksgiving themed Sporkle or anything like that?
Well, there's only 2 Thanksgiving Sporkles in the whole world. Oh wait, no, there's not. I didn't realize there's more after the ad. Can you name the TV show from the Thanksgiving episodes? I don't think we'd be good at that.
No,
because it's probably a lot of old ones, really old ones.
Yeah, Charlie Brown.
Yeah, Charlie Brown. So the Sporkle doesn't look super promising. tier list. We could probably do a tier list.
Like a Thanksgiving food tier list. We haven't done tier list in a little bit.
Let's see. Thanksgiving.
Oh yeah.
Where's
there's one.
Somebody check the Bucky's social media, because I'm almost willing to guarantee on Thursday, if you're listening to this on Wednesday, tomorrow, Bucky's will post something that says, "It's giving thanks." That's what they're gonna say.
Is their social media popping?
I don't know, but based on the billboards, it's giving thanks.
Let's see. Ooh, they have one from this. I don't know if this is a real. I don't think this is the actual. Yeah, it's a parody, but it's these two guys with guns, and it says "Buck around and find out." Yeah, they're not really going on social media, unfortunately.
They
Not on
need
Twitter. Not on
maybe
Twitter. At
we
least.
should start one.
Yeah,
A Bucky's social media.
Bucky's fan
And then
page.
when they find out about it and tell us to take it down, we'll just give it to them. Like, we're not going to post anything crazy. It'll get them in trouble.
Oh, they do have Instagram.
Just, it's giving thanks. It's giving potty time.
It's giving potty time. I need their billboards on here, but they're not.
So good. So good. Okay, I have a little Thanksgiving little tier list here. If you want to run it.
Okay. Yeah.
Turkey. F.
Whoa.
Trash.
No.
No, I'm kidding. I don't know where to rank turkey, because turkey can easily be an F.
Yes.
It all depends on how it's cooked. Like, Max made a smoked turkey this year that was so good.
Yeah.
Because we did ours early. But
I don't think I've ever had a bad turkey.
Oh, I've had bad turkey. It's not that it's gross. Like, I haven't had like turkey that isn't edible. It's just, of all the poultry, it's very easy for turkey to be super dry.
Yeah, it's a big bird. It's from Sesame Street. It needs you need to cook it low and slow so it doesn't dry out, because if it cooks too long,
or fry it.
Yeah, don't fry it if you don't know what you're doing.
Like, if this was specifically said a fried turkey, a deep fried turkey, no question S tier.
Yeah,
but I think
I'd give it B,
variance lowers it.
Yeah, I'd give it B.
Okay, this, I don't know what it is, but it looks like vomit. Can you see it well?
What is that?
I don't know, but I'm putting it in F because it literally looks so gross.
I don't know what it is.
Like, it looks like when they're like, you would see an ad that would be like, "You don't want to know what they're putting in hot dogs," and it would be a picture of that. So gross. Cornbread.
I love me some cornbread.
Similar to turkey in that it can be done really poorly, but I feel like the majority of cornbread I have is good.
Yeah. Yeah, I would put that.
Do you think A or B?
I think I'd put it with. It's above turkey.
Okay, A it is. Green beans.
Is it just regular green beans, or is that a green bean?
Yeah, it's not
casserole?
A cas. It's not a green bean cas.
Green bean cas is S, but just regular green beans might be C.
Yeah, I agree. One of these days we'll argue. Here we go. Apple pie, F.
Whoa, you don't like
F.
apple pie?
I would put a tier under F
You
and put
are
apple pie
crazy.
there. I would leave apple pie.
Yeah.
No, actually, it would be too respectful to leave it out. It needs to be embarrassed and shown that it's
It is
bad.
not F. It is not F. Apple pie
so
is
bad.
delicious. You must have had bad apple pies.
No, here's the thing. I love apples, but why would you make them warm and mushy? That's not. They should be crisp and juicy. That's how apples. So God intended apples to be eaten.
So
don't change it.
Are you gonna tell me you don't like apple crisp from Cracker Barrel or fried apples, whatever they're called?
No.
Wow, that is crazy.
I won't even try them
because I do love apple pie, and I will not stand for you putting in F tier. So I'd rather you leave it off the board.
Listen, I'm a reasonable man. I understand that most people like it, so I will let you rank it.
It's my favorite pie.
I got another one for you. Not a big pie guy, in general.
Yeah, I would rather have.
I'd rather have
cream.
cake.
I'd rather have ice cream.
But there are pies. Don't get me wrong. That doesn't mean pies are gross. but like I'd rather have cake, just in general. You know?
I mean, I would put it.
I'll let you rank apple pie because I understand that people like it.
I mean,
But I
put
will
it.
not let the people think that I like that disgusting.
I would put it in
abomination
A
of apple.
because it is my favorite pie.
Disgusting. This might be a green bean casserole.
Is it green bean
I think
casserole or
this
is it sweet potato? Sweet potato.
Sweet potato.
Or
I
is it
think this is green bean. I think this is green bean casserole.
Yeah, that is an S tier item.
What was the thing from the church? The auntie, the grandma. Greens, beans, potatoes, tomatoes,
lambs. I made it.
I can't believe I haven't heard that yet this year. Hasn't resurfaced. We should post it from the Pigeons account.
We should.
Okay, green bean cast. A?
I think it's S. It might be my favorite. It's one of my favorite sides.
Really? I don't love it.
Really?
I tried it for the first time in a while this year, and
well, you gave me apple pie. I'll let you rank.
No, it's okay. Like because I get it. I guess that's my trouble with a lot of this. Like I get it. I just don't like green bean casserole. I don't hate it. I probably would rather have just green beans.
Yeah.
But that's just me.
I'm on the other end of that. What's the next one?
I don't know what this is. I think this is mac and cheese.
Ooh, mac and cheese.
Which I love.
Is amazing. I don't really have it on Thanksgiving that often.
Really?
Yeah, my family's never been
putting in S.
Yeah, it's an S tier side, but it's not something that my family has done on Thanksgiving.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Pumpkin pie. I feel like you're going to disagree with me on this.
I hate pumpkin pie.
I love pumpkin pie.
I hate pumpkin
S
pie.
tier.
It is my least favorite. It might be my least favorite dessert.
It's your apple pie.
It's
pumpkin pie is your apple pie.
I can't do it. I can't do it.
I love it. We'll put it. Even though apple pie is technically ahead, we're gonna make them tied because I hate apple pie. You hate pumpkin pie.
Yeah.
So it's a truce.
It's a truce. Is that next one gravy?
No, because it looks like it has cinnamon in it.
Is it apple, like an apple cider?
Maybe, but I don't think it would be in a glass cup.
Might be. They do glass mugs.
I guess.
I've seen
apple
Starbucks
cider. I don't like it. I don't like anything apple except apple. I don't like anything apple except apples. And I kind of like apple juice, and I love Snapple apple.
You liked that apple pop last week. Pop? What am I turning into?
The apple pop. You're right. You're right. But that reminds me, that's along the lines of Snapple apple.
I can agree with you because I don't like warm apple juice. And that's what that is.
Yeah.
Like, imagine being a kid and leaving apple juice outside and then trying to drink it to quench your thirst. It would be gross.
Disgusting. Literally, it'd be disgusting. It'd be so gross. But you're on a hot day and you crack open a crisp, cold Snapple apple.
Oh man. Oh, man.
It's so good. For anyone that hasn't had Snapple apple, I don't think you're picturing apple juice. It's not. It tastes like you're drinking an apple.
Yeah, it's different.
And you're saying, I know what you're saying. So does apple juice. No, it doesn't.
No, it doesn't.
You can taste the skin of the apple in Snapple apple.
Yeah.
It's Snapple apple is
they put the whole apple
4K. It's 4K apple juice.
Yeah.
It's 4K apple juice.
It low-key might be 3D apple juice.
It's 4D 3-dimensional 8K chess apple juice. That's Snapple apple. Hot cocoa S.
I mean, granted, I don't associate this with Thanksgiving.
I don't associate it with Thanksgiving either, so maybe we should knock it for that. I like it. But also it burns my tongue. I stopped drinking it because I always burn my tongue.
Should we make a tier that's not Thanksgiving?
Yes.
This might be the only thing in it, but yeah, hot cocoa is not Thanksgiving.
Agreed. It's lit, but not Thanksgiving. Ham. I would put ham in A.
The ham isn't one that we do for Thanksgiving. We always do turkey, but I do like ham.
But people do. People do.
If we're talking lunch meat, I always take turkey lunch meat over ham lunch meat. 10 out of 10 times.
Now I'm thinking about Aaron Hernandez's brain.
Oh, man.
And I feel disrespectful.
But I do love a nice spiral ham. It's delicious.
I can actually see my spiral ham shirt from where I'm sitting. Shout out spiral ham. I think this goes pretty high. I would have maybe even made a case for S tier here before the year that I got super sick and then thought I felt better and ate ham and immediately didn't feel good again and threw it up. Hasn't been the same since then.
Yeah.
But I do like it.
We can put it before the pies.
On A?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I like that. Stuffing S.
S for sure.
Okay. I'm glad you didn't
S for sure.
disagree with
I
that.
love stuffing.
It's definitely an S.
Especially some gravy on top of it.
Oh yeah. Corn?
That's not
this is interesting though. Corn on the cob, and they also have regular corn.
Corn on the cob is not Thanksgiving.
Not Thanksgiving. I agree.
Not Thanksgiving. But
this
corn,
is regular corn.
like that, borderline S tier. It's some good stuff.
A lot of this stuff really depends on who makes it.
Yeah.
But I agree. I'll put it at top of A, borderline S.
Great.
I don't. Is this grits?
Grits?
Is that what this looks like to you? Can you tell?
It does, but I've never had that on Thanksgiving.
Do you like grits?
I do like grits. You are what you eat.
Then I'll put it in not. Okay, I'll put it in not Thanksgiving. These are those disgusting things that I'd
cranberry sauce.
They come out. Yeah, they come out in the shape of the can.
I love
if you get it in the
shape
can.
of the can. I don't like the one that kind.
I don't like cranberries. But I do like the cranberries. Zombie is a good song.
Zombie.
Yeah, but I hate it. Also, why are we calling it sauce in the first place? That's a great backtrack to my complaint. Cranberry sauce is not sauce.
No, it's cranberry. It's jelly. It's closer to jelly.
Cranberry jelly would make way more sense.
Way more sense.
Way more. You want me to put it in C?
I don't like that cranberry sauce though, because that has full cranberries in it. So we can put that in D.
D. Love mashed potatoes.
Love mashed S.
Especially, bro. When's the last time you had, if ever, that you had Miss Maria's mashed potatoes?
Oh my goodness, those are cheesy potatoes. Those are a different level.
Ooh, those are built different.
Yeah,
those are built different.
I thought you were about to argue
just
with me
gravy.
about that.
Oh, gravy, so good. Gravy in general,
is so good.
It's elite.
I won't. I feel like mashed potatoes, regular mashed potatoes without gravy, is not as good. But gravy without mashed potatoes or something to put it on is not good. I'm not just going to eat gravy.
They need each other.
They need each other.
Is this cake mix? What is this?
I don't know what that is.
Homemade ranch? I have no idea.
I can't really tell from here.
UFO. It's a UFO. Unidentified food object. It's 3. We have 2 of them so far. These, I believe, some would refer to them as cheesy potatoes, but these are not what I was just talking about, Miss Maria.
Oh, this is like sliced potatoes with
with cheese and stuff.
Oh, that's a good one.
Are they Thanksgiving?
I don't think they're Thanksgiving. I've never had them on Thanksgiving.
I don't know if I have either. Bam. Not Thanksgiving. What is this?
It's got to be yams or something, or sweet potatoes.
This looks like mac and cheese with cornflakes on top.
Interesting.
Is that a thing?
Interesting. Not that I know of. Is it yams? I can't really tell the color.
It's like yellowish, brownish, goldish, orangish.
Is this sweet potatoes? It could be
It
sweet
could be
potatoes.
yams. Sweet potatoes.
If it's sweet potatoes, I don't really love sweet potatoes. I'd rather have mashed potatoes.
I like sweet potato fries with honey.
Oh, that's
like the only form I like them.
That does sound so good.
Sweet potato.
Sweet potato.
All right, you want to go D or UFO? Because we're not sure what it is.
I think UFO. We don't really know what that is.
Okay. Buns, just in general.
The
rolls,
elite of the elite.
Very elite. Bro, have you had Texas Roadhouse started selling their rolls in the store?
Oh, do they match?
Good. Yeah, they're really good, and they give you this they do
the
cinnamon the glaze, and you can buy a whole tub of the cinnamon. You can buy a whole tub of the cinnamon butter.
Okay,
cinnamon butter spread.
I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued.
This is a good point here.
This
The
isn't
last two are
Thanksgiving.
whipped cream and Cool Whip.
Cool Whip
Um,
is what I would imagine more for Thanksgiving on top of a pie. Not
we
not
used whipped
in the
cream this
can.
year, but I actually think you're right. Like if you look at this picture of the pumpkin pie, right? That's clearly Cool Whip,
That's
not
Cool Whip.
whipped
That's a
cream.
dollop.
They went
Yeah.
not. So
I love to save some Cool Whip for the end so that I can eat the pie, like the back of the pie crust with some Cool Whip, because that just gets super dry if it doesn't have Cool Whip.
brother, the whole thing's got Cool Whip on it.
Well,
So,
yeah, but
for me,
if I get too excited, I'll eat the pie, and then I'm like, oh, I have this little piece. I have to get more Cool Whip, and then I think Ready Whip is that Ready Whip? Is that the brand?
yeah, but whipped cream doesn't matter the brand really.
Yeah, whipped cream is not
Also,
tasty.
guess what? Might be ready, but it's not cool.
No. Cool Whip needs some
Cool Whip
sunglasses on it.
almost should have its own category. That's just like cool.
That's me throwing sunglasses on and hitting the whip.
Cool, yeah, yeah, definitely, very cool.
Okay,
That would be very cool.
I appreciate this tier list.
I think it's a good tier list.
I think what we're seeing here is that something that I've known all along, but Thanksgiving just has some elite foods.
Oh, wow, Caleb. I'm glad you've helped the rest of us realize that. This is something that Caleb has known all along that we didn't pick up on. But now that he's shown us through this tier list, did you guys realize that Thanksgiving has elite food?
Yeah, but it's just like putting it into a picture. It's like, oh yeah, this is why we do this.
This is why we do it.
This is why we do it.
Oh man. Do you want to do live five?
Yeah, let's do some live five. Quick five, fast five.
Quick five.
Live.
It's technically live five. I think we usually call it fast five.
We call it like
But,
6 different things.
Oh, this is a good one. At a distance of about 31 miles.
Are you gonna share the?
No. I'm not going to share it. I'm just going to read it. This one is about the crib a little bit. At a distance of about 31 miles, which capital city is the closest to Washington, D.C.?
Oh,
Is it A, Dover, Delaware, B, Harrisburg, PA, C, Richmond, Virginia, or D, Annapolis, Maryland? I think it's Richmond.
I was say it's either Virginia or Annapolis, or Richmond or Annapolis.
That's close, though.
Yeah,
Really close.
really close. I think I was gonna say Richmond,
But I don't know. Like I'm seeing Virginia and I'm thinking, yep. But I'm thinking like Alexandria and stuff. Like Richmond's not right next door to those.
Yeah,
It's not far, but like 31 miles.
I think it might be Annapolis.
Oh, this is tough. This is gonna be a bad look if we don't get this.
Yeah. Well, I live in New York, so
Oh man,
it'd be a
Should
really
phone a
bad
friend,
look for
PJ.
you.
I feel like we always get DC related. I find myself saying we should phone a friend PJ all the time.
Well, we should. Maybe we should.
Uh,
I think Annapolis.
Annapolis?
I think Annapolis might have to move. If anything, we're a die on our sword.
Let's go. Never a doubt.
Yeah.
And there was
Yeah.
never even a doubt. We did
There was
that
never
for
even that. We
show.
knew
And what
that.
we do here is we try to entertain, and we make a show. We knew the whole time that it was Annapolis. What planet in our solar system is the fastest orbiting planet around the sun?
Does one move faster than others, or is it Mercury because Mercury is closest
And it's
And
in retrograde all the
and
time.
it orbits faster?
I say we pick Mercury because if we get it wrong, we can say Mercury was in retrograde, and we would have got it right if it wasn't.
Well, I think it is. Just kidding.
It's got to be Mercury.
There's a 50-50 chance of it being in or out. I don't know anything about that stuff.
Okay. Do you want to do Mercury?
Yeah, let's do Mercury.
Let's go again.
Wow.
No doubt. We're just
That question could have said
Talking
which
it up.
planet is closest to the sun.
yeah. In the word game Boggle or Bogle, I never played that. Most cubes except
Oh,
one
this is easy.
have one letter printed per side. What two letters appear on the same side of one of the cubes? I've
Do you
never
know?
played this.
It's QU because you can't spell anything without a QU. Like a U. U's always come
Sure,
after Q's.
it makes sense. Yeah, the logic makes sense. Let's go. Couple more right. I don't want to jinx anything. What upscale London department store has used the motto "All things for all people everywhere"?
Is that Harrods? It feels like Harrods. I don't know who John Lewis is. I don't know what.
That's Blake Stad, I think.
Oh yeah.
Pretty sure that's his name. I don't think this is Macy's. I think this is Nordstrom or Harrods.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking. I think Harrods feels
Your gut
right.
said Harrods initially. Makes me want to say that. Let's go
Wow,
again
we're
with the
different.
doubt. We're just talking it up. Which hormone produced in the... Okay, this feels like easy, but I'll finish the question.
It's adrenaline. Sorry.
Produced in the adrenal medulla is released in dangerous situations. Don't think it's insulin.
Nope.
This is adrenaline.
It's adrenaline.
And that is
Wow,
5 for 5.
We're different.
Let's go. We're built different. Let's go for the record. Why
Let's go for
not?
the
Why
record.
not us? Why not now? The first moon landing was on 20th July. Who wrote this? A freaking British person? 20th July, 1969. What was the date, 20th July, when those same astronauts returned to Earth? Oh.
They were on Earth the entire time.
Oh. Okay. I see what you're getting at, Alex Jones over here.
They never left the Earth. They never left the Earth.
The day was 20th of July.
They
were always here.
They were always here. They never left. Do you think it took more than 11 days to get back? I think it took more than 4 days. But I don't know if it took more than 11 days.
I feel like being in July. I don't know, though. I feel like they would have come back in August. But also, 11 days feels like plenty of time.
Yeah.
But hold on. Let's think about this. This was their first time. So did they go extra slow?
August 5th.
Yeah. 4 days?
There's no way.
Listen, we don't talk about that enough. That's more impressive than the fact that we got there. The fact that we got back in 4 days.
Well,
the fact that they drove to the studio, and it only took them 4 days to drive from the studio to the on-site location where they were filming the landing of Earth is crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I thought it would take longer to clean up the green screen and stuff.
Which is why I'm suspicious, even more suspicious now.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good point.
Who knows if I was suspicious before, but like now I'm like, okay, space. You don't have all of your rocket boosters.
It only took you 4 days. You went from the moon to Earth faster than I could drive from here to like Los Angeles, accounting for breaks and nap time. That's pretty sus, if you ask me. So basically, if someone says like to the moon and back, that's not even that big of a deal.
No, it took them only almost 3 hours to get to the moon. So you're telling me it only took them an hour more to get back?
3 hours or 3 days?
Or 3 days? I
was like,
well, they had
my mind is blown right now. Okay, 3 days, but still,
yeah,
that's pretty crazy. I can't even go. I've always said I want to go to the sign in Ocean City that says Sacramento 100 light years away, and I want to do the drive. I couldn't do that in 4 days. Yeah,
that's crazy.
How without falling asleep at the wheel?
Yeah, a little bit over 3 days. They had it in hours. They said 75 hours. That's why I said 3 hours because I.
Okay.
So you're saying that it only took
3 hours?
You're telling me that it only took 1 day more than that to get back when you don't have all the rocket boosters that you had?
You don't for a lot of it.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know.
That kind of makes
astronaut.
sense. They only add an extra day to say, hey, make sure you collect this, that, the third is what we need, and then you guys hit the road.
Yeah, I was gonna say
that kind of adds up. I'm just surprised that those days are 3 and 4.
Yeah, you're telling me that they didn't do any more sightseeing? I would have been jumping around on the moon so much.
Moon shoes. Maybe that's
Yeah.
where they came up with the idea.
Maybe. But yeah, it's because they only last for 1 day of fun.
Yeah.
Or 3 days of fun, whatever. But yeah, I'm shocked by that. Remember when we
They
had to
spent
watch
a whole camping out in the studio, eating all the finger foods that the production company provided.
Yeah, probably got 1 day catered.
Yeah, insane. Insane.
Luke, I think of a good episode of this would be yelling at, talk to a, yelling, talking, talk to a.
At talking, talk to a.
Yeah. But do you have anything else pressing to talk about? Are you doing
I don't have anything pressing to talk about.
Oh,
But I was thinking, macro dosing as you also listen. They started doing that thing where they intercept questions from other podcasts. I'm like, why didn't we think of that?
yeah, we could do that.
I mean, we could still do it. Not right now, but
you don't want to go for
we should
another
have definitely
half
done
hour?
Yeah. Nah, because by the time we find them, there's going to be dead
Yeah.
space trying to find the questions. But
Yeah.
I was listening today, and I'm like, that was such a simple solution to because I've thought before, it'd be cool if we got questions and stuff. Literally just go take someone else's questions.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah.
So maybe we'll do that next week.
Yeah, that'll be fun. Right, you if tickets for Creed at MSG are super cheap on Friday, you want to go?
It's this Friday,
Yeah.
the day after Thanksgiving.
Yes.
I would say probably, but I think I have to say probably not because the Tahoe is out of commission right now.
Dang.
So I'd have to borrow a car.
Dang. Well, if you get the chance to
I gotta
borrow
get
it-
new bearings.
Hardly know her. No, it didn't make sense. That was the joke.
Okay, I'm gonna figure this one out.
But
that
if
would be
you,
lit.
if you
Agreed.
somehow
Take me
get
higher.
a chance to get if tickets drop, I would love to go. So if you
What are they
if you're
asking
in,
right now?
around $100 for nosebleeds. So if day of,
Yeah,
they're
they were
not
only
super
43
expensive.
in Baltimore last
They were,
week.
that's what they
I
were
would
in
love to go.
Orlando. I wish I
Probably
could
could have flown to Orlando and gone to that for almost the same price as New York.
Yeah. But MSG, it'd be cool to see a show in MSG.
Yeah, MSG. I want to come there for a Knicks game anyway this year. So
Yeah, we make it work. But if tickets are dirt cheap and you can get a car, we should go.
that'd be lit.
Cool. And maybe next week we'll be talking about our Creed concert. Who knows?
Yeah, hopefully they would play Can You Take Me Christmas?
Can you take me Christmas?
Great song. All-time
Great
song.
song.
Everyone knows it. Creed's best
Everybody
song.
knows. Yeah, there's no way of knowing.
But, yeah, that'll do it. Where can they find you?
Yeah, you can find me on Twitter at Caleb P. Crane, on Instagram at Caleb Crane 12, and go ahead and follow me on TikTok at Caleb Crane 6. Who knows if I'll ever post? Yeah.
You can find me if I'm on it. It's Luke Schultz 56. Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Blue Sky, all of it. I'm out there.
Great. We'll talk to you next week.
All right, let's blouse.
Let's blouse. Wet bet or wet guess.
Yum,